I got a couple rapid fire questions for you. So keep it short.
Yep. I'll do my best.
Best cold call opener.
Man, look, I'm still just a big fan of like being clear and transparent on that, right? So I think like, opening up, really quickly and cutting to the point. So I would say like for me, it is like, this is John from Orum, mind if I get some of your time, the purpose of my call. Like I actually like to just net that out really quickly. Because again, you have like that short window to capture their attention. But I think if you do that, those things and practice brevity, usually it lands, more effectively and disarms the situation quickly.
Worst sales advice being repeated still.
Oh man, I hate the whole like sales leaders who like tell their sales teams to like spend more money than they make. Like I actually like personally, I've always like preached financial responsibility, and so I think like I see so many young sellers get into this game, and do not practice good financial literacy, and so I think I hate the the leaders that are like go spend limitlessly, your talents will figure it out. Like that's a bad equation.
What's the thing on X that went viral recently? It's like go buy a Rolex, go into debt if you have to.
Yeah. That's the one that makes me cringe, and I hear it too often still.
Yeah, it's tough too. I think in sales, like just operating from a place of scarcity, right?
Yeah.
And being worried about that stuff, like it kills your potential.
Yeah. You can have a great life in sales, and you can do a lot of things that you didn't think were possible, but like also do it and buy houses and put the money into things that return.
Biggest red flag for a new sales hire?
Man, I think, one, not being able to admit when they don't know something, not being able to ask for help. Like, I think those are two things that I look for. Like, I really want to make sure you're curious and someone who is like always, showing a good level of humility and coachability. And so I think those two things.
What's the best sales methodology right now?
I'm going to take a knee on this one in some ways, or it'll feel like that. I'm a big proponent of picking one and using it regularly. Look, they're all very similar. And so I think like the biggest problem I have is when you have like three different ones being practiced at an organization. So I'd say like, again, pick one and, and make sure that it's practiced regularly and it becomes like your operating, language and rhythm there.
Yeah. I mean, we even say with like content, social platforms, just pick one and be really good at it as a starting point.
I've got a few that I've picked, more recently, but I'd say like, again, it does, matter what kind of product you are, what is the sales motion, is it more transactional? Is it more consultative? Right? But I think like, pick one and follow it regularly and commit.
Most important thing you're doing as a CRO right now?
Talking to people. And I think that's a big one. I think actually, right now, like everybody's, gritting their teeth and like going through some of the tougher quarters they've seen. And I think like, don't go inward and like, try to solve the problem all on your own, like talk to others. And so I think for me, I really make a conscious effort to meet with other, kind of leaders out there just to see like, what are they seeing? What are they dealing with? How are they managing through it? It's just so helpful. So more people could do that. Like I think it would really make you more agile and adaptable here.
Most important metric you're looking at right now?
Pipeline. If I had one, it's pipeline. And I often get asked to pick one, but yes, pipeline, and I can cut it a lot of different ways. But I think just picking one, that's it.
What's the best piece of advice you ever got, John?
Yeah, like I think one of the bigger ones that I've kind of like incorporated. There's a book called The Four Agreements. Not a business book. It's actually more in the self-help category or spirituality. But I think like, they have 4 easy to follow, kind of like rules. And one that always, kind of comes into it is, assume good intent. And I think like right now with a distributed world, the way that we're communicating, everything gets lost in communication. Like communication is so challenged right now. And so like, I always really fall back to like assume good intent or at least start from there. And, I think it does help like, break through some potential conflict before it becomes conflict. It helps diffuse situations. And so I think that's, one of the 4. I highly recommend that book as well. But I think that's one that I'm, feel like I'm heeding a lot and using a lot right now.